Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dev Diary number 63 for Stellaris, Synthetic and Biological Ascension. It is me, Mavernell, and I will be guiding you through this post with what they are saying and my thoughts on the subjects. So, without further ado, let us begin. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Stellaris Dev Diary. This week we'll be talking about the Ascension. About Ascension again, already screwing it up. Specifically, synthetic and biological ascension paths in Dev Diary 60. We talked about the psionic ascension path and the associated shroud. The shroud was a fairly major mechanical addition to the game, which we felt was needed, as psionics lacked any such mechanic associated with them, unlike the other two. For this reason, the biological and synthetic ascension paths do not have the same degree of new mechanics associated with them, but rather focus on enhancing the existing mechanics, gene modding and robots, that they are tied to. That's fine. I feel okay with that, as long as the changes are good. So we're starting off with the synthetic path. Focuses on abandoning your frail biological forms for that of a perfect machine. The first step, the flesh is weak, requires the droid's technology and allows you to modify your entire population through a special project, turning them into cyborgs. This gives them an immediate plus 20% boost to habitability, as well as bonuses to mineral production and army damage, and also makes any leaders generated from those species have the cyborg trait, granting an additional plus 40 years of lifespan. Nice. So, you become the Borg, basically. That's cool. I wonder if you can turn multiple species in your empire into cyborgs. That'd be cool. Because then you could really actually just become the Borg, assimilate everyone. Glorious. And so we got a little pop-up here. We now possess both the technology to make advanced cybernetic implants and the means to mass produce them. Medical centers throughout the United Nations of Earth are standing by to begin the surgical grafting process on our citizens. In the future, possessing neural implants and at least a rudimentary level of cybernetics will be necessary to function in the technological society we are building. Consequently, the conversion process to install a basic cybernetic suite will be mandatory and free of cost to all our citizens. We must embrace this technology. Cyborg, leader lifespan plus 40 years. Nice. Alright. Next step, synthetic evolution, requires the ability to build synths and allows you to upgrade your cyborg population into fully mechanical forms, finally abandoning the frailty of flesh for the surety of synthetics. When it is complete, you will become a fully robotic empire with a robotic primary species. Your population will benefit from all the advantages normally confirmed to synths in production and research, and all your leaders will be immortal, able to be killed only in battle or through events. You will also naturally no longer require food for your synthetic population, instead being replaced by an energy maintenance similar to regular synths. You will also be able to name your new gloriously post-biological people. We got the rename species thing, mechanoid, mechanoids, mechanoan. That's kind of cool. I definitely dig it. But yeah, hopefully this sates everyone who's been wanting, since day one have been modding in robotic species. Like, that was one of the first mods that came out, was play as robots. But yeah, I think I'm definitely a big fan of this. This is good. I dig it. All right. Next we have the biological ascension path. Give me I need more tea. Oh, drowning out my mouth doing all this talking. All right. Biological ascension path focuses on mastery of DNA and evolution. The first step, engineered evolution, requires the gene tailoring technology and grants a major reduction to the cost and time required to genetically modify species, gives you plus 2 trait points, and also unlocks the ability to research the gene seed purification technology, which is otherwise unavailable. It can still be researched as normal for those who do not have the Utopia expansion. And that allows the recruitment of gene warriors, so space marines, you know. Sometimes evolution needs a nudge in the right direction. We now have the technology to genetically modify our bodies and minds to endure the trials of an ever-changing environment at an unprecedented rate. Also, I would like to point out that humanity in Warhammer 40k essentially did every single one of these. Like, they did the synthetic ascension path. That's the Men of Iron, and that went really badly. Then they did the biological ascension path and made space marines, but then they kind of stopped there because you know that the emperor died. And then after the emperor died, they've started going on the psionic path. I would just like to point that out. If you want to properly roleplay the Empire in Warhammer 40k, you gotta start and stop. You gotta do a bunch of shit, but you won't even be able to do this one. Like, you'd have to go partway up biological path, be like, nah, man, go to the psionic path, and yeah, interesting. I don't think there's gonna be a way to actually do that without mods. I'm gonna be honest, but that's okay. That's okay. Just roleplay them as if they were in the 41st millennia. It's easier that way. Alright. Anyways, enough of my rambling. I got a big Warhammer 40k boner lately, so, you know, been reading some of the books, but enough of my rambling. The next step, evolutionary mastery, requires the targeted gene expressions technology. It grants an additional +3 trait points, a further reduction in time and cost of gene modding, and unlocks the ability to research the genetic resequencing technology, which, once researched, unlocks advanced gene modding. With advanced gene modding, you will be able to add negative traits and remove positive traits, allowing you to completely reshape species at your whim. It also unlocks 5 new traits that are exclusively available to the biological ascension path. Robust, fertile, erudite, delicious, and nerve-stapled. Delicious. Makes the species delicious and nutritious, granting plus 100% food yielding from processing and livestock. Interesting. Nerve staple removes the ability of the species to feel happiness or sadness. Happiness is disabled and food mineral production increased, but adds major penalties to the resource production. And then robust is just upgrades from extremely adaptable. It's plus 30% habitability and an extra 30 years of lifespan. Fertile is upgraded from rapid breeders, gives minus 30% growth time and plus 5% happiness. Erudite upgrades from intelligent, gives plus 20% science production and plus 1 leader skill levels. That's pretty good. Gone are the days when the survival of our species was at the mercy of chance, when a human's fate was decided on the whims of nature in the genetic lottery. The engineers of our time worked not in steel and concrete, but in the very building blocks of life itself. With advanced gene modification, we will secure the future of our nation. And here we kind of see the screen here, where you can, like, pick traits and whatnot. I got 2 points left, and you can select which ones you want to change. Ooh, there's a habitat in there. Oh, and it looks like there's 12 people on that habitat. I guess we're going to be sticking with 12. Not confirmed, but highly likely we're sticking with 12 based on what that's showing us with the habitats. Additionally, advanced gene modding allows for the ability for non-hive mind empires to remove the hive minded trait from pops and for hive minds to add it to pops, as mentioned in Dev Diary number 62. That's all for today. Next we'll be talking about a variety of smaller features coming in the Banks update, including the ability to terraform Mars. Huh. Interesting. Is that just Mars, or is it gonna be planets like Mars? Because that would be interesting. At any rate, you know, this Dev Diary, I'm definitely gonna be playing a hive-minded empire at some point. I think I might play hive-minded as my first playthrough in 1.5. We'll see how that goes. Because I dearly love the idea of hive mind species. So we'll see. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll see. We'll see how my opinion changes over the next month. I might want to play something else. But I'm actually really excited about this ability to terraform Mars, because I'm assuming it's not just Mars, but planets like Mars that will be able to terraform. So it's gonna open up a lot of the ability to inhabit a lot more planets, which is really important. Um, and I want to see what these other small features are, because it'd be good to see the free what the free updates are to the game. I'm intrigued. Anyway, though, I don't really have much else to say on the subject. I mean, it's pretty bland this week. Like, all in all, it was pretty minor. They're just tacking on like the ability to upgrade to synthetics. Changing it around a little bit. Giving us a little bit extra to go with these, which is fine. I think it's good. It's just not as exciting as last week's. Last week's was very exciting, and not as exciting as the Shroud. The Shroud was very exciting. Mega Shroud was really exciting. This is pretty excellent, but not like didn't blow my mind. Anyway, I'm excited about next week. Hit that like button if you like this video. Comment, let me know what you thought about this week's Dev Diary, and subscribe if you want to keep up with me and all the content I do on this channel. I'm gonna be leaving some things up on the right and or on the left, I think. I put two of them on top of each other. Some videos that you might be interested in. Last week's Dev Diary, and my new Stellaris playthrough that I'm going to be rushing through this month. I'm going to be trying to get that done before Banks and Utopia hit the shelves. So check those out if you are so inclined. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.